I hate Black Ops 2. I know. What are you thinking, Donuts? Why are you saying this? This is the best Call of Duty ever created. Oh, I'm sorry. I really tried to like this game. You know, it just came out for backwards compatibility the other day, and I was fresh. I was clean. I was like, I'm going to give this my wholehearted, open-minded try. So many people think this is the best Call of Duty ever created. I'm going to give it a fresh try. Fresh brain, open-minded. I will adapt, and I will like Black Ops 2. This is the most heaping pile of garbage Call of Duty ever created, right next to Advanced Warfare. Let's calm down. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this with a level head, open mind. Why do I hate Black Ops 2? Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. If you dislike this video already, if you're angry already, typing away at your keyboards in the comment section below, hear me out. This is why. This is not on paper the worst Call of Duty in my opinion, but the experience that I get with this game is just horrific. It's awful, and let me tell you why. The number one reason, it crumples this game up and just makes it garbage. Connections, netcode, hit detection, whatever it is, the shooting part of this first-person shooter is absolute garbage tier. It is bad. There is an inherent bad netcode. There have been videos done on this. This is not subjective. This is not based on my own connection. My own connection in other games and other franchises is very stable. It's not like the best. Of course, it fluctuates, but it is fine. My connection is fine. But in this game, you can be on a 4-bar and still lag. I mean, there are so many times where I will shoot a guy and I will die, and it's just not my fault. It's simply not my fault. Now, like I said, I went into this with an open mind, and I very well knew that this was my first time playing on console for a while. This is my first time back to playing a Call of Duty for a while, so I knew my aim wasn't going to be on point, but this is what surprised me. Even though my aim was not on point, there were so many times, I can't count on one hand in the half hour that I played, where I was like, oh no, I'm gonna die. But I somehow killed the guy. I can't tell you how many times I was so far off target, yet I still got the kill. It doesn't make sense. Gunfights, the very basis of Call of Duty, the interaction with one player and another player shooting at each other is so random in this game. That creates the entire gameplay experience for the player. It doesn't matter how good your maps are. It doesn't matter how good the gun balance is. It doesn't matter how good the perks or the kill streaks are. If you cannot get the shooting part down on a first-person shooter, stick to Spider-Man games. Okay. I think we can all agree. In fact, even if you disagree about the connections, it's okay, because you're just kind of wrong. It's been proven that the Black Ops 2 connections are bad, and no matter how good the rest of the game is, if you can't get this right, your game's gonna be bad, in my opinion. But moving on from the connections, which is the basis of the game, we have the next base of a good game, and that is the maps. And the map design of this game is just like Black Ops 3. It's so boring, repetitive, and stupid simple. I don't mean stupid as in this is dumb. I mean stupid simple to where any moron could figure out where an enemy is whenever they spawn in on the map. For me, playing Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 3, Ghosts, Black Ops 1, when you spawned in, you had to have a skill in order to get into an engagement. In Black Ops 2, and from what I've seen, from what other people say about Black Ops 2, is that it's fast-paced and you're always within the action. What this says to me is you don't need to think. You can turn off your brain and still get into gunfights. The pacing is out of my control. I no longer have the advantage of I know where the spawns are. I know where the enemies are going to be. I know this game more better than the other team, so I have an advantage. No, we all have that given advantage of we all know where each other is, basically, or at a large scale. If you spawn in, you go straight, that's where the enemy's going to be. And that completely removes the skill of map flow and map knowledge. Not to mention the actual designs of this map is just so Treyarch. You are either in a head glitch or you're out in the open, which is fine. However, it's so frustrating to either be out in the open facing another guy out in the open, which is a 50-50 gunfight, which we all try to avoid if you're good Call of Duty players, or you're in a head glitch going up against another guy in a head glitch, which is a 50-50 gunfight. By the way, that's a random, that's like a coin toss, I'm just saying. Or you are a head glitch going up against someone with no cover, which is very easy and very boring. Now, I'm not saying that's bad, I'm just saying when that's the only 3 types of gunfights you're getting into, the variety, the strategy of these maps just completely dies. It kills. If you've played a game of Black Ops 2, you've played the rest of the games of Black Ops 2 that you are ever going to play. There's no skill gap. There's no knowledge to be had. I mean, I guess there's knowledge of where the head glitches are, but man, who cares once you're in them? There's obvious sniper spots and there's obvious out in the open places. I mean, it's just you're either 100% vulnerable or you're in a head glitch. And that is just so frustrating to play as. There's no fun. There's no different ways of running and gunning. Everybody says that, oh, it's a great for rushers because they can get in people's faces because the lanes and maps are so small. But it's like, you're missing the point of what rushing is. You're missing the stealth aspect, the unpredictable aspect. Yeah, you're playing quickly, but your KD's gonna suffer because of it. The thing is, that is the safe route. That is the most consistent gameplay experience because, yeah, if you've played one game of Black Ops 2, you've played the rest. It's consistent. It's randomly consistent. That's an oxymoron, but you're either in a head glitch out in the open. That's how it is. That's how it always will be. That is consistent. That is what people somewhat appreciate. People don't want to use their brains. That's why they like this style of map. And we got to talk about it. The footsteps in this game are so quiet. They are so quiet. Unless you're playing search and destroy with your head against the ground, you won't hear anybody. If you're reloading, if you're breathing, you won't hear somebody walking up right behind you, right to the side of you. Now, yes, there are technically footsteps in the game that you technically can hear. It's audible. But within any sort of realistic, real-world situations, if you're shooting, if someone across the map is shooting an unsilenced weapon, maybe even a silenced weapon, you're probably not going to hear the guy right behind you. Now, I know what you're thinking, Donuts. You're just camping. You just want to sound whore everyone and just camp in your own corner. Sound whoring is perhaps one of the biggest assets a rusher can have in Call of Duty Ghost. The reason I can shotgun, the reason I can submachine gun my way and rush around through in and out the enemy spawn is because I can hear footsteps. It's not because I want to camp in the back of the map with an LMG target finder. No, it's because I want to get close to the enemies. I want to have that fast-paced action, and that footstep noise helps me with that. It aids in that fast-paced action. If only people put those two together and weren't so stupid to think that footsteps are only good for campers. Speaking of campers, camper fever was at its peak in Black Ops 2. The Ghost nerf was one of the stupidest, most not thought out reactions to the community ever. It's almost as bad as death streaks. The UAV is perhaps one of the most overpowered kill streaks in Call of Duty, as it should be, because the UAV shows everybody on the enemy team on the minimap in periodic sweeps. Think about how many times when you're playing Call of Duty do you look at the minimap? How many times do you kill a guy that was a red dot that you saw on the minimap? A lot, huh? You see a red dot across the map, you go towards that red dot because that's where the enemies are. I don't know why you need that, because it's Black Ops 2 and you could just run across the map. It's 3 lanes, it's simple. But my point is, that red dot on the minimap is what gets you kills. People love that. And when that red dot doesn't show up and they get killed by someone who's not on the minimap, that's frustrating. If only there were footstep sounds and there were different ways of hearing people and getting awareness. Now, I will admit, of course, there are always going to be corner campers. Even in Black Ops 2, there are corner campers. In every single Call of Duty, there are going to be corner campers. But we need to understand that sometimes not moving is the best strategic option. Look at this. I'm playing domination. There is an A flag, a B flag, and a C flag. I have the A flag and the B flag. We are en route to winning. We're going to win the game. Everybody wants everyone to play the objective, right? So if I have A and I have B, what is the point of going after C? No, that's stupid. We want predictable spawns, we want good map control, and we want to trap them in their own spawns. So why would I rush into the enemy spawn? Why would I run around and give up that good map position and map control that I have? I can defend B from one point, I can walk a little distance and defend A. That is good, smart, strategic Call of Duty. That is playing the objective no matter how you look at it. It's not camping, it's playing the objective. When I sit in a corner and I reload and I gain health because I'm scared because I just got out of a gunfight that I didn't know I was going to win because it's a 50-50 gunfight in this game, it's not camping, it's healing up and bracing myself for the next engagement. That's not playing dirty, that's smart. I'm not going to run out with low health and low ammo. That's just dumb. Let me tell you this. Running is one of the best ways of getting into an unfair gunfight. If you are sprinting because you want to stay off of the minimap, when you do get into an engagement, even if the enemy didn't see you, at best, it's going to be a 50-50 gunfight because either they're sprinting as well as you're sprinting, and that's a 50-50 gunfight because y'all didn't expect each other, or they're going to be walking or aiming down sights, and you're going to be sprinting because, hey, you want to stay off the minimap, you want an element of surprise, and then they're going to have the advantage over you. Ghost gives you a disadvantage because you have to run all the time. Not only does this completely obliterate the pacing of the game, but this completely nullifies the benefit of staying off the minimap by giving you a disadvantage. Those are the main reasons why I dislike Black Ops 2. Of course, I think the orbital VSAT is completely overpowered and it's horrible and I don't like it. You know, the sounds of the guns, the feels of the guns, I think are just some of the worst we've ever had. They're all plastic. They don't feel real. I don't like the sound design in this game. You know, the look of the game is fine. And I do want to say this. I do think the pick 10 system, I do think the kill streak system, the score streak system were innovations, were improvements on the Call of Duty formula. I have heard that the gun balance in this game is good. I am, for some reason, I master prestige on this game because I'm an idiot. I've gotten every single gun gold. I have diamond on everything. Yes, even secondaries and that stupid shield I got diamond. But I honestly couldn't tell you how balanced the weapons are because of how bad the connections are, because of how inconsistent the gunfights are. There are some good things about this game. I'm not saying that this is like Advanced Warfare piles of crap. I still think Advanced Warfare is a worse game than this, but I think Black Ops 2 is by far the worst Call of Duty experience that I've ever had. So you can like the kill streaks, you can like the simplistic maps, you can like the weapon balance. I mean, if your connection's better than mine, great, that's awesome. But there are inherent fundamental flaws of this game that I just simply cannot get behind. Now, I will say this about Black Ops 2. There was no specialist, there was no cheap kills, there was no support kill streaks, there was no claw, there was no bull charge, there was no some bull crab gravity spikes that randomly killed me, so that was good, which kind of tells you how we're going in the Call of Duty style nowadays, but that's kind of besides the point. My point is this. For how great everybody says Black Ops 2 is, it frustrates me because the experience that I have with Black Ops 2 is just utter garbage. If you've stuck to this video for so long, you are either very angry and you're typing away right now, or you sort of agree with me and you're interested in a discussion. So write down whatever it is you want to write down in the comments section below. And if you have made it this far, at least give this video a dislike because it's worth it. You know, you put the time on yourself. Go ahead, give it a dislike. You've earned that much. Go ahead. Anyway, hopefully you guys, I guess, have enjoyed. Hopefully you guys create some sort of mature discussion in the comment section below. I've said what I want to say. That is my experience. I don't think at this point in time, especially going back and really truly trying to give this game another shot, I don't think I'll be playing this game anymore. I don't think there's any reason for me to. I don't think there's any enjoyable part for me about this game. So I don't think anybody's going to persuade me on this, but you can go ahead and try in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until the next absolutely ranty Call of Duty morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.